The master of mayhem, Chris Foster!
How's everybody doing tonight? Good? So I'm not gonna lie, I came up here with no set, I have no jokes planned. The only reason I'm up here is because the last time I was on this stage, I bombed. And it was the first time I really bombed. Like, not in life, nah, I fucking bomb in life like 3 times a day, but on stage, professionally, because, you know, I get paid for this, I really don't. So, I bombed, I get off stage, I get a lot of encouragement. A lot of people are like, hey, you know what, you gotta keep trying, you gotta get up there and keep trying, which was really nice. And then, the next day, I go and pick up my son from his mom's house. She asks me how it goes, and I tell her, and she goes, oh, well, you know, you just gotta keep trying, you gotta keep trying. So I get in the car with my son, and he asks me, he's like, Daddy, what does bombing mean? And I explained it to him because, you know, I told him I do this, and he goes, well, you got to keep trying, you got to keep trying. And all I could think about was like, how much fucking quit do people think I have in me? Like, oh no, I did a mistake, no, don't give up on life and kill yourself, keep trying, keep trying. It's like, you're 5, dude, how do you know that about me? I mean, yeah, you hear me cry sometimes at night, but you don't know why. You have no idea why. So we talk about it a little bit, and he's giving me a pep talk, which is awesome. Getting a pep talk from a 5-year-old is probably the best advice I ever got. He's like, just keep trying, and why were you scared? So I explained it to him. He goes, so you go up there and stand there and make people stare at you until they laugh. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And he didn't say fucking, but he's like, that's kind of fucking weird, dude. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's cool. I didn't even think about that, but now I have more things to be conscious about when I'm up here. Because it's not an accident. It's not like I fell from the sky and landed on this stage. You know, I made some decisions to get up here, and if there's anything about me that screams is good decisions. So that explains why I have an ex-wife, a child, and 3 tattoos of 3 different girls' names. But it's cool because I just say I have 3 grandmas, and people buy it all the time. It works out really well. Nice. I'll get a girl off that later. Anyways. So the reason I bombed last time is I came up on stage, Melanie had been warming up the crowd, there were some girls sitting up here, and I started flirting with them a little bit, just make some jokes because I was nervous and uncomfortable, and then I forgot how awkward and uncomfortable I get around girls. So I made a couple of jokes, I got a couple laughs, panicked, forgot my set, ran out like a child. Met a guy at the bar, sitting there talking, he was really encouraging, and he was, you know, another comic, and he goes, hey, you know, do you want to hang out after this? I'm like, sure. So we go to a bar down the street, and I didn't realize it at the time, but he was a gay man. And there's nothing wrong with that. But then, as soon as we got there, I'm like, fuck, does he think we're on a date? And as soon as I thought that, all I did was get nervous again. I'm like, oh shit, I don't know how to talk to guys either. I'm horrible with girls. I've never even tried to flirt with a guy, so I have no idea where this is going to go. So long story short, I didn't get laid. So it was just, you know, like my last 30, 45 dates or whatever. But it's cool because he called me, I want to say about a week later when he was drunk, asked me how I was doing, and then said, okay, well, have a good night, I'm going back to my boyfriend. And, which was weird because the very next night I went on a date with a girl. We went out to dinner, we were having a good time, started making out a little bit, and then the next thing she tells me, she goes, oh no, I can't, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can't get laid from anybody, girls, guys. Like, I went to a prostitute the other day, she's like, can you get it up? I'm like, not really. She goes, that'll be $50. I'm like, well, what if I got it up? She goes, that'd be $75 and a miracle. So, anyways, I don't believe in God, so there's no miracles happening there. But no, like I said, I have a son, he's 5. He's actually a really encouraging kid. You know, he was, you know, Daddy, we try, we do things like that. And then he proceeded to tear me down with the whole people stare at you, which is what he does. He bring you up, and then he accidentally just tears you down. We'll go out somewhere, and he'll see a group of girls, just go over and start talking to him. Oh, that's my daddy, he cries at night. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? We talked about that, you're not supposed to hear me. And he goes, well, Daddy, you never said earmuffs. So. But then, if things go good with girls like that, the worst part is I can't say, hey, do you want to go get a drink after this? Because I still have my son. So it's along the lines of like, hey, what are you doing after this? Do you know anyone responsible enough to watch a 5-year-old for 4 hours? And it's usually, yeah, me. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to go watch the new Avengers movie and then come back. And you guys can tell me how your night went. Because you're going to have more fun with him than you're going to have with me. And that's sad, but it's a true story. Because we'll go places, and it'll be him and I, and we'll go do things, and I'll go back another time without him, and the first thing I hear is, oh, where's the little guy? I'm like, oh, he's with his mom. I'm like, okay, well, you can just get the fuck out. We don't really care much about you. which is nice to hear from your grandma. Actually, it's funny, the last time I was on stage, I made a joke about my grandma, and it was when I realized that I could never invite family to these things, because when you use words like grandma and bukkake in the same sentence, it tends to alienate some cousins. The worst part about it was, I have no idea what bukkake is. I just know it's some kind of fucked up porn thing, and I'm scared to look it up, because I'm into some stupid stuff. All I know about bukkake is it has something to do with semen, or poop, or a combination of semen and poop, and I'm not prepared to get that in my life. I got the poop out of my life about 3 weeks ago when he got out of diapers, and the semen is usually reserved for hand towels at this point. So, and that's about all I have tonight. I'm sorry it's short, but
All right, thank you. Give him another hand.